Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss another question type, list of heading or matching heading. In this type of question, you are instructed to choose the correct heading from the list, which matches a section or paragraph in the passage. You know, it is taking time to match with paragraph, if you are not following the techniques. We will solve the question in different ways. I believe these techniques will help you to get a good command of this type of question. First, you are required to know some basic information. Understanding the aims of paragraphs and sections. Identifying the difference between the main idea and supporting points. Understanding general content of paragraphs or sections. Tips and techniques. Read the headings before you read the passage. Deselect the heading that is already done. There are often more headings than you need. Analyze the headings before trying to match them to sections or paragraphs. Highlight the keywords. Prepare paraphrase of synonyms word of the selected keywords. Answers are often numerals, read instructions carefully. Answers do not come in order. First, we will read the heading of the passage to know the key idea. This technique will help you to know the information that is actually discussed in the passage. Next, read the list of heading to understand the main idea and identify the keyword. You know in the text, you will get the information that will not come directly. So, if you can catch the main idea from the heading, it would be easier to solve the question. You always keep in mind that information is paraphrased in the text. And when you find the heading in any paragraph, you always set the information in your mind the main idea only. So, the heading of the passage is the desalinator, producing clean water. Suppose we do not know the meaning of the word, the desalinator, but we know the meaning of producing clean water. Here we can assume that the passage may describe about a system where clean water is produced. Desalinator is a patented technology that uses just sunlight to purify water from any source into 100% clean drinking water. If it is known to us, it would be totally clear to get the main idea about the passage. So, we have got the idea about the passage. Now, we will move to list of heading. Let's read the list of headings of Cambridge Book 15, Test 3, questions 14 to 20. Note that you will not spend here more than 2 minutes. 2 things here you will ensure. Number 1, identify the keyword, and number 2, find out the main idea. The keyword we got from the first heading is finance. The information like funding, or loan, or investment, to produce the system, may be mentioned in the paragraph. The keyword we have selected for the second heading is the benefit. Different types of benefits may be discussed in the paragraph. Initial inspiration is the keyword we have selected for the third heading. The writer mentioned the information where he got the inspiration, or he was impressed, or he was overwhelmed at first about the product. The keyword we have selected for the fourth heading is range of potential customers. Any information may be found in the paragraph, where the writer mentioned who was the primary customers, or who may be the initial customers, or who was the targeted customers. The keyword we have selected for the fifth heading is different from alternatives. Any special things were discussed in the paragraph, which makes the device different from the others. Range of sources we got for the keyword of the sixth heading. This means a source of water was mentioned in the paragraph where the device getting water. Overcoming and difficulties we selected for the keyword of the heading of the seventh number of heading. A difficulty or a chunk of difficulties is discussed in the paragraph where it was overcome. Profit and primary goal were also selected as keywords for the eighth number of heading. Why the device is produced? And what is the purpose to make the device? It was clearly mentioned in the paragraph, where profit or commercial purpose was not the primary or initial target. The keyword we have selected for the serial number 9 of the heading is warm welcome. This means maybe basic information about the device was described in any paragraph. Affected by water shortages, as selected for the last heading. This may be the meaning of any scarcity of water, or lack of water-related information, which was the reason for the suffering of the people, may be mentioned in the paragraph. Let's start to skim the paragraph and analyze the same. First, highlight the important words that carry a significant meaning. Second, eliminate the supported idea. Third, aggregate the important words, and try to make sense. Finally, the sense will be matched with the list of heading. Mentionable that several ideas may be found in the paragraph, but the matching idea will be picked up. We are selecting the important words and underline the supported idea. Then, aggregate that important word. And eliminate the supported idea. In this paragraph, you have noticed that a person, named William Janssen, was traveling around Thailand in the 1990s. Was impressed with a system called the Basic Rooftop Solar Heating Systems. William Janssen was impressed with basic rooftop solar heating systems when he was traveling. After 2 decades later, he developed that basic idea. He was actually impressed. Step 1. Identify the important words. We are highlighting the main words and underlining the supported words. Step 2. Eliminate the supported idea. To eliminate the supported idea or information, we have to identify the subordinate clause and information. Let's analyze the paragraph to find out the subordinate clause. This means the area where the system can get water. Means the purpose the water. It is particularly, means the sources, the sea, rivers, boreholes and rain. Where natural groundwater reserves have been polluted or seawater is the only water source available. This entire para, additional information is mentioned about the system. So, if we eliminate the supported information, we may take the decision that desalination unit can take water from different places. Step 3. Aggregate the important words. If we aggregate the main words, it stands, desalination unit operates by taking water from different places to purify the water for human consumption. Step 4. Make possible meaning from the aggregated meaning. So, the meaning of the paragraph is desalination unit operates by taking water from different places to purify the water. Step 5. Match with the heading. We can match the information with the meaning in the list of headings. We have got the answer number 6 from the list. Step 1. Identify the important words. The main point we got: can produce water per day. Main selling point: unlike standard desalination techniques, doesn't require a generated power supply, and just sunlight. Step 2. Eliminate the supported idea. You have seen that all underlying information are supported information of the main idea. The process was described from "it measures" to "it becomes distilled water." Then, another features also mentioned from "the device has a very simple filter" to "the company which provides servicing when necessary." Step 3. Aggregate the important words. If we aggregate the main words, it stands: desalinator can produce water per day. Main selling point: just sunlight. Unlike standard desalination techniques, it doesn't require a generated power supply. Step 4. Make possible meaning from the aggregated main words. It is easily assumed that sources of power are the basic difference between the two systems. Step 5. Match with the heading. Let's check the list of heading in the list. We have got number 5, what makes the device different from alternatives? That is the answer. The topic sentence of section D is right at the beginning. A recent analysis found that at least 2/3 of the world's population lives with severe water scarcity for at least a month every year. The section then continues by describing the hardships in such regions with water shortage, with different vocabulary for the same phenomenon: water scarcity, water stress. So the correct heading must be 10. The number of people affected by water shortages. This section names a wide variety of users for the desalinator, both in the developing and developed world. In the developing world, customers can be those who cannot afford the money for the device outright and pay through microfinance, and middle-income homes that can lease their own equipment. Meanwhile, potential markets in developed countries are niche markets where tap water is unavailable. Therefore, the most suitable heading for section E would be 4. The range of potential customers for the device. This section F discusses the price of the desalinator. Janssen said that his company has a social mission and that the main application would be in the developing world and humanitarian sector. By saying this is the way we will proceed, Janssen implies that the company will proceed to produce devices that can help those in need. Thus, it can be inferred that profit is not the primary goal for Janssen. The answer is 8. Profit not the primary goal. This section G mentions the funding of the project. It has raised £340,000 in funding so far, and its future prospects. The company aims to be selling 1,000 units a month. Thus, the most appropriate heading is 1. Getting the finance for production.